Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. If you have been following my channel for even some little time, you know that I am a huge fan of localized models, especially the models which cater to local languages and local cultural nuances. Indonesian is one beautiful language from Southeast Asia. Indonesian or Bahasa Indonesian has various dialects which vary from region to region. I was recently in Jakarta and I can tell you that I met one of the most beautiful people there, plus the language and food was out of this world. I also stumbled upon this model which is called as Sahabat-AI, which I'm going to install in this video locally, and then we will try it out with various benchmarks and prompts in Indonesian languages, especially in two dialects including Javanese and Sundanese, which are from different parts of Indonesia. Indonesia is vast. There are various dialects, various languages. It is not really possible to cover all of them, but I will try to cover few of the prompts in these languages. Before I show you the installation, let's have a quick look at this really cool model. So the model's name is quite interesting. The model's name Sahabat-AI Sahabat is primarily close friends or very best mates in Indonesian. This is also comes from a word Arabic word Sahaba, I believe. And this model has been pre-trained and instruction tuned for Indonesian language and its various dialects. Also, there are a lot of companies from Indonesia which are involved in it, and all of them seem quite passionate about it. For example, I immediately recognized one of the companies named Gojek, which is pretty cool, pretty cheap way to move around Jakarta where the traffic is horrible. So I think they were also involved there. Now, this model Sahabat AI has been fine tuned from Llama 3, as you can probably tell from the name. There is also a Gamma variant which you can go with, but I am going to go with Llama 3. So this Llama 3 8 billion CPT Sahabat AI Instruct is an Indonesian focused model which has been fine tuned with around close to 450,000 Indonesian instruction completion pairs alongside an Indonesian dialect pool consisting of around 96,000 of completion pairs in Javanese and 98,000 instruction completion pairs in Sundanese. Both of these are different Indonesian dialects and pretty cool, I would say. Also, they have added a pool of 129,000 instruction completion pairs in English, so it can definitely also go with English too. It's a decoder only model, and you can so there are primarily four languages which it supports: English, Indonesian, and then the dialects of Javanese and Sundanese. They have also shared some of the training details in the model card and various benchmarks which you can check out. The context length of this model is 8K, which is pretty standard, I would say, for the llama based models. So that was a quick intro. Let's try to get it installed and play around with it. Let me also give a huge shout out to Mast Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, you can find the link to their website plus a 50% discount coupon for range of GPUs. This is my VM where I'm running Ubuntu 22.04, and this is my GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM courtesy Mast Compute. Let me quickly create the virtual environment. And now let me install all the prerequisites. Also, if you're an Indonesian and if I make some mistake about anything, because of course I'm not a local, you guys know way more than me, so please feel free to correct me, or if you want to add anything, feel free to put it in the comments. Happy to learn more always. Okay, so while it installs, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are iGentBot. iGentBot lets you effortlessly deploy a personalized knowledge bot across platforms like Discord, Slack, and others. It is ideal for open source tech communities and startups that provide user support, and I will also drop the link to their website in video's description. Okay, so let's wait for it. Shouldn't take too long now. And now let me launch my Jupyter notebook. And now let's download the model. I'm just going to go with Torch and Transformers and using Hugging Face pipeline. and the model is being downloaded. There are 4 shards of it, so let's wait for it to get downloaded. And the last shard is being downloaded. Okay, so the models have been downloaded, and let me do the inference now. So what I'm doing here is, in this inference code, let me walk you through. I'm just giving it English prompt, Indonesian prompt, then Javanese prompt, and then Sundanese prompt. So it is, these three are simply the translation of this English prompt, and I have used Google Translate. Any error, it is Google Translate's fault. And then I am using this model to feed all of these prompts separately for English, Indonesian, Javanese, and then Sundanese, and then I'm getting the responses in their respective languages. Now, all these three languages, Indonesian, Javanese, Sundanese, are distinct languages spoken in Indonesia. Indonesian is the official language, and it is a standardized form of Malay used as a lingua franca. That is what I have got from Wikipedia. Whereas Javanese is spoken by the Javanese people, has a very complex grammar system, honorifics, and a unique pitch accent. Whereas Sundanese is spoken by the Sundanese people, it has got simpler grammar, retains native Austronesian vocabulary, and also lacks a pitch accent. Although they share some loan words, the three languages are not mutually intelligible. So that really reflects Indonesia's rich linguistic diversity. So now we know what these languages are. So let me run it, and then we will see how it performs. So it has come back with the response. Let's check it out. Let's scroll down. So look at the English one, looks quite good. And by the way, we are just asking it to, if I go up, to write a short story about traditional Indonesian wedding ceremony, and then all the customs and stuff. So if I go through English one, the air was alive with vibrant colors, Raka, okay, that's nice. And then it is talking about all the customs, looks quite interesting. Of course, I can't read all of it in one go, but looks quite good to me. The bride's kabaya was adorned. I have seen kabayas, very, very fine, I guess, beautiful. Now, look at the Indonesian. I don't know, but if you're Indonesian, please help us out. Google Translate says it's quite good, but I would take your word for it. Same goes for Javanese, looks quite good to me as per Google Translate, and also the Sundanese one. So please just check it out. Let me know what do you think about all these three languages, and see if you're a native speaker and if you think these are fine. I believe they look quite good, as far as a bit of a formal language as per Google Translate, but still quite good enough. Okay, so that is fine and good. Let's try out one more prompt, and then I'll just go up and replace it. Okay, next up, I'm asking you to write a poem about the majestic beauty of Indonesia's natural landscape, such as the beaches of Bali or the rainforests of Sumatra. Maybe, I'll let it do. I'm more interested in rainforest, because we have a lot of beaches here in Australia. So let's see, I'm going to run it, and then while it runs, let's check out the VRAM consumption. Should be similar to what we have in Llama 3. There you go, around 16 GB of VRAM. By the way, they also have some quantized format in GGUF. So if you don't have that much VRAM, you can also run those. If you don't know how to do it, just search my channel, especially with Olama, and you should be able to find heaps of videos as how to run the GGUF models. Okay, so let's wait for this one to come back. It takes a bit of a time, by the way. Okay, so it has come back with the response. Let's check it out. And if I scroll down, so there you go. So it says that Indonesia's emerald heart, where ancient forests sway, the majestic beauty of nature holds its own sweet way. From Bali's beaches, where golden sands meet turquoise sea, to Sumatra's rainforest, where ancient secrets whisper free. How good is that? Looks quite cool. The ancient trees, a cathedral where nature's symphony, the rustling leaves, a chorus of life's vibrant hue. Amazing, amazing language. And this is also the beauty of Llama, don't forget that. But beautiful fine tuning of this model. And for Indonesian, Javanese, Sundanese, as far as Google Translate tells me, looks quite good. But please tell me, what do you think about it? And for from the my casual eye, you can see that there's pentai Bali. So they look bit similar. Not, of course, not all the words, but here and there you can find some similar words. So again, if you're a native speaker, please confirm. For me, looks quite spot on. Okay, let's try out one more. I'll just put it here and then we will check it out. In the next one, I'm asking it to describe the traditional Indonesian art of batik making, including the techniques and symbolism. If you don't know what batik is, this is what batik. Extremely sublime, very intricate. Okay, so let's wait for this to come back. And it has come back with a response, so let's check it out. I'll just scroll down. So English, yep, so looks good. Batik making. It is talking about all the techniques like wax application, removal of wax, repeat, and all that stuff. I'm sorry, I know the formatting is not that good, but bear with me. For Indonesian, Javanese, and all that of Sundanese, Google Translate says quite good, but and I believe looks quite good. Bit formal, but still good enough. So please also confirm. And pretty fulsome response. See, it doesn't really shies away from printing out different stuff. So pretty cool, I would say. All the stuff, beautiful language. Okay, now finally towards the end, let me do one of my favorite prompt here, which I wanted to ask it. So I always thought maybe no one could do better cuisine than Pakistani food, especially when it comes to beef, when it comes to spices and all the flavors. But I was wrong. Um, when I tasted this beef rendang in Jakarta, I can tell you I was blown away, and I'm not the one who easily gets blown away by food. So if you haven't ever tried it out, so I'm asking it describe the rich and spicy flavors of traditional Indonesian beef rendang, including the tender texture of slow cooked beef and the blend of aromatic spices. Let me run it and then I can tell more about it to you because I have been researching about it a lot. So this is really, really good stuff. And if you don't want beef, you can also go with chicken. So I believe they called is ayam rendang. Ayam is for chicken in Indonesian. And beef rendang is a dry curry dish that originated from the West Sumatra, I believe, and now it has spread to whole Indonesia, Malaysia, and I have seen that it is also available in some places here in Sydney. So I'm going to try them out and to see how it looks like. Even just looking at it, it looks so sumptuous, really, really delicious. But make sure if you eat it in Jakarta, you eat it at a reputable place, especially if you are going from west, so that you don't get any food poisoning. Otherwise, it is simply amazing stuff. And eating it in Indonesia, that's a whole different experience. It has come back with the response. Let me quickly check it with Google Translate too, and I'll scroll down while you read it through English. There you go. So look, Indonesian beef rendang is a rich and flavorful dish that showcases country's love for bold and aromatic spices. The slow cooked beef, typically made with tender cuts like chuck or brisket, amazing stuff. So you can read more about it. And rasa rendang, that's cool. You can check it out. I believe Google Translate tells me it is spot on. So I'll just put it here for you guys so that for Indonesian speakers, for Javanese, and for Sundanese. And interestingly, if you notice, the Sundanese text is simpler and a bit terse. It's concise, which is cool. And the rest of the lot also looks really cool. So, but please, if you are the native speaker, confirm. I really think that they have done a wonderful job with this model, especially when it comes to fine tuning. I will drop the link to it in video's description. Let me know what do you think. If you want me to cover your own localized native model, please first search on the channel. I might already have covered it. If not, just let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to cover it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thank you for watching.